It is the Coop'd Up. It is. Hello. I'm like, I don't even know how to talk to you guys, but hello. Welcome to the Coop'd Up podcast. My name is Jahsia Cooper. I believe I just said that sentence. Like, that is crazy talk. I am so fucking stoked to be starting this podcast. I feel like you guys don't even understand. Even if I wanted to tell you, which I'm going to, you guys wouldn't understand because I have been talking about starting this podcast for the past, like 2 years, I think. Like, I've been telling people, yeah, I'm gonna start a podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna start a podcast. Starting my fucking podcast. We've had some detours along the way. I know you guys were so used to me doing my little fashion freebie Fridays that I actually no longer do. But that was like a little prelude into this because I just needed to make sure that I was comfortable in front of a camera before I talk to you guys and give you guys a daily, not a daily, but like a weekly dose of Jahsia. Like, what? So, yeah, here we are starting my podcast, and I'm so stoked. And I'm so stoked. Why am I saying stoked? Like, I'm a surfer dude. It's probably because I finally am living in LA. But I'm so happy. And I wouldn't say I have just been waiting for this moment, okay? It has been a while. It's been a process in the making. I have switched this name of the podcast 8 million times. I have gone from deciding if I wanted to do it by myself to doing it with somebody else, what I wanted to talk about, what it wanted to be about. And I just think that the Cooped Up podcast is the perfect thing for me because I am just a bundle of knowledge. Oh, let me hitting my plant. I am just like a bundle of knowledge when it comes to life. I would say I have gone through so many different things and I've experienced so many different things to the point where I'm like, why not talk about it? Why not take all of these things in here and put them out there on the internet? I mean, like, I've been doing that my whole entire life, I feel like. So, like, might as well do it in a long format in a way that I actually am going to enjoy doing it because why the fuck not? You know? Like, I've done YouTube before and that was fun. That was like a couple years back. And honestly, if you want to look for that YouTube channel, let me know because I can't even find it anymore. So if you want to look for it, let me know and then tag me because I'm trying to see all the old stuff that I posted. But like, I've been used to like putting myself out there on the internet that I am just like, how am I actually going to do it and express myself in a way that I truly enjoy? Because for some of you, if you know or you keep up with me, I was doing my little fashion freebie Fridays, which was I would post a little fashion tip every Friday on Instagram and I would just sit down and tell you guys something. And to be quite frank with you guys, that was a disaster. Like, it really was. I did not do any planning when it came to that. I kind of just knew that it was something that I had to do every Friday. Sometimes I skipped the Fridays, but for the most part, like, it would be like, okay, like, it's Friday, I have to sit down, I have to record something. Like, what can I come up with on the spot? Half the time I was like hitting like my pen and then just being like, okay, record. Like, you got to think of something. Obviously, there were like other things that were going on in life at the time that I could just like take from, like when there was like fashion weeks and designers are switching brands and acquiring other brands and stuff like that. Like, that was easier. But to like sit down and actually think about something and give it to you guys, I could not. And I didn't really care to. I think I was just trying to do something that was either A, gonna like garner me a lot of attention quickly, and B, I just needed to figure out how I was actually going to sit down and talk to you guys because I needed the confidence to do that. Like sitting down and talking in front of a camera and just spewing shit out is not as easy as people think it is. But when you actually plan and, think about the things that you're going to talk about, it is so much easier, I promise. But yeah, so that is obviously no longer happening because now we have this. It's the Coop'd Up podcast. It's no longer Fashion Freebie Fridays. And I swear if I hit that plant one more time, it's going to have to come off of this set. I have plans. Don't worry. I have plans for decorations. I have stuff that I want to put on behind me. I just have to figure out what. I am going to post it, like some of the decorations on Instagram and let you guys decide on like what I should have behind me. Some of them are going to be like plaques, and then like other things are like, I don't know, like awards that I've gotten and stuff like that, just like funny things. And so I will let you guys decide that. But I do want to eventually also get a sign that says the Coop'd Up podcast, maybe in like red or something neon. Like, I don't know yet, but we're all coming together. We're going to be on this journey together, which is kind of the point of this podcast anyway. It's because we're going to just be talking about all of the things that we have going on in life, whether or not it's relationships, financial stuff, because bitch, we are about to be in a recession. Just things, like there's going to be so many different things that I just want to talk to you guys about, like going out. Like, I love to go out, but guess what? I'm getting a little old. Like, I can't go out like I used to. I can, but like, I can't because I'm not doing the things that I used to do. But yeah, like I just want us to talk about our experiences together because we are experiencing things, and you can't say that you want to experience things if you're not experiencing things. So we might as well experience things together and talk about our experiences. Oh my God. Which I think also is another way that has led me to having this podcast, because of all of the experiences that I've had between living in West Palm Beach, Tampa, Boston, and now LA. The people that you meet and the things that you come across. And I'm not saying that everyone is horrible and I'm this perfect person. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you meet interesting characters when you go across the country. And these characters make for interesting stories because everyone has a story and their story becomes part of your story. And it is my God-given right as an American to tell my story. I don't even know. Like, I was just making that up. But, like, in theory, I knew that, like, I was going to make it out the trenches and I was going to leave Florida and I was moving to Los Angeles. Like, that was a known fact. Growing up, I was always consuming anything that had to do with being in California, any TV show, anything that I was interested in. I've been keeping up with the tabloids since I was probably like a child. Like, they tell me all the time, they're like, you should not be here. And I'm like, I agree. I don't belong here. We need to figure out how to get Ms. Mama in California. So I made a plan when I was younger, and I was like, I will get my butt to LA. Whatever it takes, whatever I have to do, I will do it. And now that I'm here, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Because, like, I just knew I wanted to be here, and I was always on socials growing up, but it wasn't, like, something that I would take seriously because, like, people were always judging me, and I was like, oh my God, I just want to please everybody, and everyone around me is judging me for the things that I post. For why? I was on Instagram at a young age. I was on Facebook. I had Vine, Twitter, Tumblr, like all of it. And I had a YouTube channel, and I think I experienced things that people couldn't be mean. And like it would deter me from like wanting to do things because I was like, I don't want people being mean to me all the time. Like I don't have the bandwidth for that. But I had an understanding of what I wanted to do, and I said to do, and it wasn't singing, but I had a plan of what I wanted to do, and I just really needed to figure out I was going to do it. And to be quite frank with you, I moved here and I had friends that I first moved here with. I'm no longer friends with them. I had a job. I no longer have that job. I was living in one apartment. I no longer live there. And I just think that this is all fresh. It's a fresh new start. I'm coming into my second year being in Los Angeles, which is crazy, but I'm just realizing and understanding the things that actually come with being here, which is people are fake and people will step on you to get the things that they want. And some people just don't change. And that's okay. But that is not my type of person, nor is that the type of energy that I want to surround myself with. So I think that setting those intentions with having the right people around you and just setting yourself up for success, essentially, because I realize that that is one thing being here, is that everybody wants something from somebody, but I don't really give a fuck. I don't really want anything from you. I just want to like live a happy life, maybe have a husband, another dog, 1 or 2 kids, chill, like talk my shit on socials and call it a day. Like, and not even talk my shit, just like talk about life. So that is what I'm doing. This is the journey that I'm starting, and this is what I want to do with my life. And so I guess I just have to get started, and I have to do the things that are necessary to do that. And if that means just having to start fresh, then so be it. And I will say that not everything that I've experienced since I've been here has been negative. Like I love Los Angeles. I love the different terrains. I love being able to go hiking and going to the beach in the same day. Is that realistic? No, because the traffic is horrible. And when people are like LA traffic where the city's slow, they aren't lying. The traffic here sucks. And so you do have all the different things that I like to do. Like I have the glitz and the glam and the nature, and I can go home. Like I don't have to stay out there. And that is my vibe. I feel like that is my calling. I'm not saying that like I'm going to be like, well, honestly, it could be my calling because I do like the in-betweens of doing all of the different types of things. But like I don't like to stick to just doing one thing. So, that's why we're here, because we can talk about not wanting to just stick to doing one thing. Like I have always been that person where I've been like, oh my God, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. Like growing up, I was in everything. I played pretty much every single sport. I was on like debate team. I've done chess. I've done like taekwondo. I've done dance. I've done so many different things to the point where I'm like, I don't like just one thing. But what I do like is sharing the things that I have done with people. Oh my God, I hope you guys didn't see my spit. But the one thing I do like is sharing the things that I have done with other people, just connecting on that level. So I feel like this will be the perfect place for us to do that. And with that being said, I think that should lead us into a segment that I'm trying to decide if this should actually be a thing. I have asked you guys on Coop'd Up podcast on the Instagram. I've asked you guys there's like a link where you guys can submit anonymous questions to me. And I've been trying to see if people would actually submit some things. And you guys have, which I am pleasantly surprised. So I am going to go over some of those questions with you guys and answer them, because you guys did me a solid and I'm going to do you guys the solid. I just have to actually find it on my iPad. You would think I already have it pulled up, but I don't. Let's go through some of these questions. I want to do it based off of me saying and setting the intention of this being new beginning. Okay, so someone said, you are so entertaining. I'm going to say thank you. It's not necessarily a question, but thank you. I would like to think that the things that I've experienced are entertaining. Me, myself, I don't think that I'm necessarily entertaining, but I do tell things in a very entertaining way. So I guess I am going to take that compliment. Thank you. I am a very entertaining person. Period. Are you dating anyone right now? Ooh, there's two. Okay. It's like pretty much the same. It says, are you dating anyone right now or are you single right now? Question is, I am dating right now and I am single right now. And I think this is honestly a good question to answer because, when I first moved here, I told myself that I wasn't going to date anybody for the first year. And okay, and I'm gonna explain why. Because when I first moved to Boston, I didn't really know anybody, right? And I was like, if I find a boyfriend, then it would be so much easier for me to make friends. I can meet so many different people, and it would be easier that way. Like, I won't have to like make friends in like different settings or like see who sticks. Now, when I was in Boston, I did date a couple guys. They weren't my boyfriends, but I did date them. And I say date because if I talked to you for an extended period of time, or if I flew you across the country and you came to a wedding with me, I'm pretty sure we're dating. That just doesn't make you my boyfriend. But I made friends through these guys. And then when things would end with these guys, I was kind of like, oh my God, I'm friends with their friends. And I'm kind of stuck having to be around these guys that I don't really want to be around anymore. And it was just a constant loop of that and having to like put myself in these awkward positions. So when I came to Los Angeles, I was like, I'm going to move here. I'm not going to date anybody for the first year. And I'm just going to make friends like genuinely, like, and I'm going to make friends genuinely without there being like a third party or a middle party, right? Granted, when I did move here, I was really good friends with my ex from like 8 million years ago. And he was actually one of the people that had to hit the chopping block. But I don't blame him. I blame his current partner for that one, which that can be like a whole other different story. But so like, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to make friends through him, obviously. Then I had one friend who was just like, I didn't make any friends through him. Let's just say he's always trying to make friends through me, which we're no longer friends. But anyway, I was just like, I need to make friends in a genuine way, and it's not going to be through a man. Now, when I moved here, did I end up dating somebody? Kind of. But it wasn't for at least the first 6 months of me being here. And obviously, that didn't necessarily last. But I have made some friends and they haven't been through other men or men that I'm seeing. So now that I've been here for more than a year, I am single and I am ready to mingle. And honestly, the dating scene has been interesting since I've moved to Los Angeles. I actually was a solid contestant for a dating show. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I was a solid contestant for a dating show, and we're still trying to get me on there. So, like, fingers crossed to that. But yes, I am single and I am dating. If that answers that question. Let's see. Let's answer maybe like one or two more questions. Are you worried about what people say about you? That's a good question. And I will say I used to be. Sometimes I still am a little bit worried about what people say about me. Oh my God, did you hear like my voice crack when I said that? Sometimes I am a little bit worried about what people say about me, but I think that it is based off of when it comes to my character. I think that I used to be so worried about what people thought about me that it literally caused me so much anxiety in my daily life that I had to get to the point where it was like I genuinely don't care. Like if I don't know you, I can't care because even just like the way I dress sometimes, like the way that people stare at me when I'm in public is absolutely insane. I've been with people before when they're like, "Oh my God, do you see people, everyone's staring at you?" And I'm like, "Yes, but like you don't have to bring it to my attention because I'm already aware of it." So there are things that make me worried about what people think about me, but only when it comes to my character and the things that I've done, not necessarily based off of the things that I'm doing that make me happy. Like, I've gained enough confidence in myself to understand that, like, I don't care what people say. Like, if people want to talk shit about me having a podcast, like, go ahead and talk shit about me having a podcast. But, like, if you're going to do it, make sure you say the Coop'd Up podcast and then my name. So at least, like, people are I'm getting attention for that. But yeah, so I'm not too worried. I have a sense of an idea of what's going on, but I don't get too worried anymore. Someone said, been wanting to DM you forever, but I always get too nervous. Well, this is the place to be where you can express how you're feeling. So if you don't want to DM me personally, you can go to the Coop'd Up podcast on Instagram. You can DM me there and you can let me know how you're feeling or what's tea, and we can have a conversation through there if you don't want to directly DM me on my Instagram. Or if you want to DM me another anonymous question and send it that way, we can have a little chit chat and talk that way until you feel comfortable enough to like let me know who you are. Someone said you are perfect the way you are. I'm like, you are so sweet. But I feel like I just want to give you guys one more, like, something juicy. Oh my God. Still texting your ex, question mark? See, that's a good one for new beginnings. No, I'm not still texting my ex. No. Why would I be texting him? He, honestly, though, he does keep up with all of the things that I'm doing, which is perfectly fine. I think it's even funnier that his sister follows me on social. Like, his whole dynamic. I'm not texting my ex, okay? Let's put it that way. I'm not texting my ex. When him and his current boyfriend break up, we'll have another conversation then. That's typically the flow of our relationship ever since things ended with us. He gets a new boyfriend. We don't speak. They break up. Then we start talking. We talk until he gets a new boyfriend. Notice how it's him getting the new boyfriend, not me getting the new boyfriend, because I'm working on myself. That's a different situation. Honestly, I am happy for anybody, or I'm not happy for, but I'm grateful to anybody who's even made it this far, because this is the first episode. I don't know what I'm doing. I watch podcasts all day long, but I don't do it myself. So I'm happy that I'm finally doing the damn thing. We're doing new beginnings. I'm grateful for anybody that is going to come along the journey with me. And I'm excited to see where we are going to take this together as a family, because you guys are like family to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So if you want to keep up with me, like you keep up with, like, if you want to keep up with me, like I keep up with the Kardashians, stay tuned, toggle in. What do people say? Follow me. I don't have links. Should I be like link below? I don't know. But if you want to stay tuned with the podcast, it will be released on Mondays, and you guys can get everything that is up. Bye, and stay tuned. I love you guys. I'm probably going to have to work on these outros, but